afternoon, good evening, depends on where you're hearing me from. This is your realtor, Augustus, and I'm based in Lagos, Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria, and I bring you the very best information, education on real estate investments in Nigeria. Today, actually, I want to be treating a topic that says how to take control of your financial future. Yesterday is gone, today is here, and tomorrow lies ahead of you. How ready are you to take control of your financial future? Are you looking forward to a future, or are you scared of your future? All right, like I said, my topic says how to take control of your financial future. If I may ask you, is there any day in your life that you don't spend money? Is it possible for you to wake up in the morning, go through a day, and not spend money? Is it possible for you to go through a day and say you're not spending money? I mean, what about your kids? There's a need for them to go to school, you spend money, school fees has to be paid, food has to be put on the table. Even from birth, the woman that just gives birth, she needs money, right? So you have to put food on the table for the child, for the mother, for the house. Then the bills begin to come in, the school fee begins to come in, and before you know, your car is there, it has to be maintained, rents have to be paid, a lot of things. So there is always the need for money on a daily basis. There's no doubt, no going to say about that. So, I mean, that's an established fact here that we need money on a daily basis. Let's talk about salary. Many of us out there, we are salary workers. You work, you go to a place, you are employed, and you work, and at the end of the week or the month, you get paid. They determine what they want to pay, and you come on board saying, okay, it's okay by me, I'll take it. So you earn that salary on a monthly basis, and you're good to go, or so to say. But beyond that, let's look away from the salary. Ask yourself this simple question: what happens if the job stops? Have you ever tried to ask yourself that question? Someone says, I don't want to think about that. No, it's better for you to think about it. What if something happens to that job of yours? The way you are now, in your financial state, are you sure you'll be able to handle the material things of your life? Are you sure financially you are capable of taking care of your family for the next 6 months to 1 year? Are you sure it is possible for you to take care of your family? Apart from that, what if you fall sick? I say God forbid. Yes, so even me too, God forbid. But it happens. So sickness is part of life. I mean, you are human, so it's okay to fall sick. But then, I'm talking about it where it now becomes a disability and you are no longer able to function at work. What happens to you? What happens? What happens to your family? Can your family carry through? Can your family be okay? Will they be okay? Will there not be a destabilization just because you are no longer working? Or, worst case scenario, let's talk about death. If you die today, can your family survive? The things you have done, or should I use the word, the investments you have, can they carry your family? Is it possible for them to live the good life you've ever wanted them to live? These are some of the questions we must ask ourselves. So, I'm here today to actually talk about it. How to take control of your financial future. See, it's possible for you to take control of your future, or your financial future. All you need to do is to reset, press the reset button. Right now, from when I'm speaking now, I begin to think of what you're not thinking about. Learn to begin to think about that thing you're supposed to be thinking about that you're not thinking about. Think about your kids. Think about your future. Think about your retirement. Think about your life. Think about now your medical state. Think about the monies you need. The things that you need to begin to happen in your life. You have to begin to think about them right away. Okay? It's actually okay to start with a salary job. But then the problem becomes when that becomes your status quo. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. All you depend on is your salary. Nothing anywhere else. It's okay for the salary to be a source, but it's not okay for the salary to be all that you have. What do I mean by that? as a salary person you earn, right, on a day, on a monthly basis. What if you put some money aside and begin to throw them in investments? That is where that's where I'm going to, because the salary is not enough to prepare for your future. The salary can only act as a catalyst to a good future if only you plan it well, if only you're able to handle it well. So we're talking about salary, we're talking about you know, spending, and earning and throwing the money somewhere. But where exactly are you throwing the money into? Are you one of those that depend on all the parties in town you must go? So from all Ashwebi to the next, to the next, to the next, you must buy. You say, they bought so during my time, so me, I must buy for them. I was the person I visited one day. Oh God, I was overwhelmed. I was just in shock. Let me not say I was shocked. I saw from the same shoes, bags, everything, colors, matching colors. In short, they were like over 50, all matching colors. And I was like, what are you doing with all this? He said, when things happen, we get to buy you. You don't buy for them. When your own rich, they don't go buy for you. So within I was like, you spend all your days, all your salaries, buy from one Ashwebi to the other. Hey, God help you. Anyway, to me, that is not someone that is thinking about their future, because you have good as blown your future on today. So I want you to have a rethink. You don't have to attend all of them, do you? Is it compulsory for you to attend them? For me, I don't think there's anything that is compulsory, as long as, and especially when it's weighing on you. I mean, people do it to the extent that some people don't even have salaries anymore. So what am I saying? I'm talking about the need for you to take control of your financial future. How? How do I take control of my financial future? That's actually what I'm handling here, and that's what I'm advancing gradually. So let's talk about the salary in continuation. For one, it has a lot of disadvantages if you are just on salary. The increment you get on salary is not commensurate to the expenses. Imagine they are adding, let's say, 20% to your salary, right? Meanwhile, your kids have gotten to the tertiary level. How do you handle that? It's not the school fees you pay during your primary that you get during the secondary that you get during the tertiary. So it's not commensurate, So the point here is, right from the beginning, it's not okay to just be on salary, because the promotion, and the promotion package is usually not very big. Apart from that, another disadvantage with just salary is salary does not give you exponential increase in your finances. Unlike some other, investments, salary does not give you that exponential increase in your finances. And everybody needs an exponential increase to bounce around and to be in the game, to make good money in their finances. Another disadvantage with the salary is it's not something you can hand over to your kids. As retirement, you cannot say, oh, okay, I spent 35 years, so my son, come over, you're going to take over from where I stopped. No, there's nothing like that when it comes to salary, a salary job. So it's not something you can hand over, to your family, to your children, to anybody. Even the pension, yes, they could pay you monthly pension, but the minute you die, pension is over. So it's not something you can say, oh, my kids will now continue to inherit. So looking at it from all angles, you just see that a salary is supposed to be a catalyst to, to serve as a catalyst to where you are going, because actually it cannot give you that recurring income, neither can it, actually give you a future that one would expect you to have. Now, I want to talk about things to invest in while working. Yes, I'm not saying leave your salary job. No, I'm not saying that. Rather, I'm saying, like I said, it being a catalyst. What can I do while I'm working? How do I prepare for my future? How do I prepare for that retirement? How do I prepare, and prepare myself in such a way that at retirement I should be traveling the world? I mean, that's what you want to do when you're retired, isn't it? Not just sit at home and say, okay, I'm finished, I'm done, and what next? And you begin to wait for God knows what. So what are the things I could, invest in while working? Some people talk about stocks and shares. Yes, stocks and shares, they are okay. They can give you some income, exponential income, but then at the same time, they are very volatile. They are extremely volatile, and I remember an experience we once had, my husband and I, we had, and it was bad, where um, between the year 2008, 2009, stocks crashed so seriously, and it was very challenging period because a lot of money went down the drain. So that volatility is something that you must watch out for. So for you to involve yourself or be invested in stocks and shares, you have to be sure you know what you're doing, because you need to pull in some experts. But then get ready, because the volatility is always there. When it even comes to and the stock market, people lose millions in a day, and a lot happens. So when it comes to stocks and shares, so yes, in as much as it can be transferred, I mean, your son can take over some of those shares you bought in companies, in as much as it can be transferred, but as a legacy. But at the same time, you have to be very careful because of their volatility. They are extremely volatile. So now let's talk about real estate. And I smile because that is where I know, that is where I'm going actually, talking about real estate. Some people say, real estate is not just to rent out, in short, blah, 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 how do I collect my rents? In short, people don't pay rents and all that. You have to handle it professionally. Handle it professionally and you will go to bed. I'm telling you. For one, rental income is a big dividend of real estate. You are out there, and at the end of the day, you're able to buy yourself a house or build a house. Just picture a 4-block of flats. Picture an estate. You are able to pull up a building and you say, this is mine. And you rent it out to people. And they begin to pay you rent. Do you know what that means? It means for life. Except you die, you will continue to earn money from that property. And the beautiful thing about rental income is it appreciates. It really, really appreciates. I give you a typical example. I remember when I got married in 1990s, in the 1990s, our rent then was, for a 3-bedroom flat, was 2,500 naira per month. Then after like 2 years, the landlord increased it to 3,500. Then it went to 4,500, I think, before we finally left that place. That was appreciation already. I'm talking of between 1998 and the year 2000, 2003. So after then, we left there and moved to yet another apartment. And this time, the rent was 150 per annum, which was like 12,000 naira a month. Then, that was like 150. That I'm talking of that period. But now, as we speak, how much is rent going for? Ordinarily, I'm talking of a place that is not too cheap. I'm talking of a regular place and all that. That place, I said we were paying 2,500 naira a month as I speak. That compound now is going for 450,000 naira annually. Are you seeing the difference? From something that we were paying about 2,500 times 12, that is like roughly 60k, right? Or less. Now that same property is going for 450,000. Same landlord. What am I saying? If you don't have a rental income, you have not started. Because that is where the money is. See, as time goes on, as things appreciate, so rental income appreciates. Rental income is one thing that I've seen that does not go sour in any way, in all ramifications. Think of it from every angle. Rental incomes don't go sour. So the first thing you must do as you begin to make money, as you begin to earn salary, as you begin to do a business that is bringing you money, the first thing you must do is make sure you have a source of rental income. Don't go all out there and begin to build a tush place for yourself. You say, no, in short, I cannot stay with people anymore. That's one of the mistakes some of us made in those days. Say, no, I need to be on my own. In short, I need to get a place of my own. Secure your future first. Get yourself a rental income. In short, be staying in a rented apartment and be building. Don't begin to say, no, I need to build for myself. No, get several buildings that are in your name and they are paying you rent. While you two are paying rent somewhere, it's okay. Rental income is a money spinner. I don't know what you know. Another thing with rental income is that, you can even transfer it to your children. It's transferable. I mean, that in short, God forbid, anything happens to you, you fall sick, that does not stop your rental income from coming in, does it? In short, that is another advantage for you because, oh, thank God, you have a respite because there's something that's bringing in money for you. At the end of the day, even when you pass it on, you can even pass it on even while you are alive to your children and say, oh, you, I want this, I give you this, start your life with this, use this as a rental income for yourself. What am I saying? Even in times of inflation, as we are now, it doesn't bring down the amount of properties. No, rather rents are increasing. Then don't forget, as the rent is increasing, so the value of the property in question is increasing. What are you waiting for? Call us. Let's help you out. You need to begin to put money somewhere. You need to buy an apartment, buy a house. In short, that's another thing people do, these days in real estate. You can buy an apartment and use as a short let. Short let. People come in, they travel from overseas, they come down, and they need a place for just. People don't want hotels these days. They want where they will feel at home away from home. And they've seen that this is one of the ways to feel at home away from home, by using rental income, by renting a house and using it as a short let. And before you know, money will be piling in your account. What am I saying? Don't give yourself a break concerning this. Ask yourself, between now and the next 6 months, how can I begin to throw money into an investment? And the beautiful thing these days is that a lot of these developers, we have properties that you pay an initial deposit and you can spread the rest. Installmental payments are allowed. What are you waiting for? Begin to do that for yourself. By the time you do that, you're actually preparing a secure future for yourself. You won't be scared at retirement. You won't be scared of your future. Another advantage in real estate investment is that you are able to determine, ensure you're in control of your investments, where to invest, when to invest, how much to invest. All of that is your decision to make. You don't need anybody. You don't need to ask anybody. You might just, asking developers here and there, sort one or two advices. But then at the end of the day, the sole decision is yours to make. Where do I invest? How much do I want to invest? At what point do I want to invest? The beautiful thing about this thing, like I said, is that you can lock it down. You don't have to have the bulk sum for you to pull in these investments. Make an initial deposit and spread the rest. And the good thing about spreading the rest, it dawns on you that, hey, guy, between now and the end of this year, I have so and so and so things to do. So all those going to club and blowing 1 million, you will stop it by force. Or all the ashwebis that are passing, or all the beautiful things that are flying, you must buy. You will stop it because you have something, you have a goal. Rental income makes you, all this kind of investment makes you have a goal. And at the end of the day, you really want to achieve that goal. What am I saying? It's important for you to invest in real estate. Another way by which you can make money with your rental income is what I call land banking. This has to do with you buying land. I'm not ready to build yet, but then just buy it. When you buy such lands, you can even decide to rent it out to artisans, Florists could rent them, block industries could rent, mechanics could rent them. You can also use it for farming, industrial farming, while you are yet preparing yourself or when you are not ready. These are also ways by which you can make more money. So land banking is yet another way. You bank these lands and, imagine buying something, for example, way back in the 90s or early 2000s, lands in Lekki were selling for 40,000, 50,000. But as we speak now, if you get a plot there for 150 million, thank your God. Are you getting me? So this is another way. Just bank the lands. Places that especially places that development is tilting towards. Make sure you bank lands in those areas. Because at the end of the day, at your retirement, you fall back on them. You just see yourself sitting down and relaxing and saying, okay, why not? Let me just try this. Let me just flip this, and you flip and you have good money in your pocket to take care of yourself. Or you could decide and say, okay, this is my pension. I already have this land. Why not I build some buildings, some bungalows, some duplexes, some apartments, and put them on rental. See, real estate is a win-win situation. There's no way you lose in real estate. It's not possible. Except you are not planning well. Except you are not in the right location. That is why we want you to come. Yes, I've heard of issues where people are scammed, but that is because you are meeting the wrong persons. We are available. We are here. We'll help you make the right decisions. We'll help you check the titles, we'll help you verify the titles, we'll tell you the right locations to invest. It's not every place that is a good location, no. We'll tell you the right places to invest, when to invest, where to invest, how to invest, and we'll sort out good properties and houses and lands with good returns on investment over time. So call the numbers on your screen. We're right here to help you. I remain your realtor, Bridget Augustus. Call me. Make that investment. And for you that is just married, what are you waiting for? Begin to invest. Don't say, oh, I want to invest later. In short, now I have to enjoy my life. Enjoy your life now by investing in real estate. Begin to plan towards your future. Begin to have a good retirement plan for yourself, a luxurious lifestyle. As I'm talking to you, why some people retire and they're sitting at home doing nothing, others are retiring and traveling around the world because they already built it, they already prepared it. Are you hearing me? So don't just tell yourself it is not time, I'm not ready. And for you that is a working class and you keep saying the money is not enough, the money is not enough, let me be blunt with you. The money will never be enough. Begin to plan now. In short, cut down your expenses. Remove some things. It's not everything that you must do. It's not compulsory. There should be, you must not buy it. Who says if you go there with your own clothes, they will chase you out? They won't chase you out. Forget this class thing. In future, you find out, you will see that there is no class anywhere. What am I saying? Think about your future. Think about real estate. Think about building. There are some people, as I speak, while they are working, they have numerous houses everywhere, bringing in rental incomes from them. Some of them have banked so much land that in short, the future is just so ready. So, they are so ready. They are so relaxed. They are not scared. They are not in a hypertensive mode. But if you are not ready, I'm sorry. The next thing, before you know, BP don't come. Before you know, hypertension. Oh, check my BP. You check BP morning to night every day. Why? Because you are so scared. You have become a scarecrow because your future is not ready. And for you that is retired or you are going to get retired, it's not too late. I know someone that got his retirement fund. In short, when the wife told me, I was so shocked. And carried that whole money, hard-earned money that he got at retirement, and started doing money lending. A business he had never done before. Before you know it, everything went down the drain. Cut long story short, it didn't affect the marriage. The marriage broke up. Yes, because you need money to even run your family, to make the marriage sweet, to make the family sweet. Money has to flow. Let's not pretend about these things. What am I saying? Even our retirement, that pension, don't waste it. Let's plan it. Let's help you. Throw it into investments that are making good returns. As I'm talking to you, I've helped clients make a lot of investments. Some of them, the returns have been in less than 1 year. They've had over 200% return on investments. Some of them 100% on return on investments. What are you waiting for? Call the number on your screen. I'm so passionate about this because, see, I've seen so many people die, not because they are supposed to die, but because they are not ready. Their futures were not ready. So before you know, so to say, attack came. The attack came because we were not ready. There's no power for your father's house or mother's house that is disturbing your life. Some of these things, we just associate them unnecessarily. Some of these things because we didn't plan our future. It's never too late for you to plan. I want to tell you this as I go. I want to leave these parting words with you. The last best time to have invested in real estate was 5 years ago. But the next best time to invest in real estate is now. Pick that call. Pick your phone. Make that call. Call me. Let's put you in investments that will give you a bright future. That will give you an inheritance that you can leave a legacy for your children. That will give you comfort. And you'll be able to travel around the world when it is time for you to retire. All right, then, it's time to go. You can ask me questions, hit me up, feel free, call me. I'm here to answer your questions, take you on site inspections, help you make good real estate investments. Essentially, pick that call, make that phone call, pick that phone, dial that number. Essentially, I know what I'm talking about, okay? Let's help you invest in real estate. All right, I remain your realtor, Bridget Augustus, and I hope to hear from you very soon. Bye for now.